Hey, what's up, my little TisaTells? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, Kardashians, it looks like you guys are growing broke. Now, listen, I did a whole story about that, about the Kardashians and their land and their mansions being over leveraged. But you guys, right after I did that, Khloe Kardashian took out a $7 million loan against her $20 million property. If you don't know, she just bought that property, okay? And she immediately took out the equity. Now, some people could say it was smart. Most financial people say there's no plan. It's only smart if you actually need the cash. But you guys, look what else has happened. Kylie just took out a massive loan against her properties. Kim is on Instagram selling whitening toothpaste. You guys, is this the way billionaires move? Do you see any other billionaires selling whitening toothpaste? Do you see Kanye doing endorsements? Do you see Dre doing endorsements unless it's on products? Do you see Puppy selling Colgate white strips? The only thing they endorse are their own products. As we know, Kim does not own that. You guys, it's time we actually really took a look and thought, I just thought the Kardashians were cash poor. A lot of what they actually have is very, very overinflated. Now, are they broke? Absolutely not. But you can do a rich version of living paycheck to paycheck. My thing is, a lot of their wealth net worth and definitely their liquid worth is tied up in stock options and things that they really can't get out very easily. I'll explain that later. But can we also talk about, we've been, and by we, I mean me, have been clowning the Kardashians because they seem to be queen of the pick-me's, except for Kourtney, right? And maybe Kendall, because Kendall has her little modeling career going. They seem to be the queen of pick-me's. Are Kylie, Kim, and Khloe the queen of pick-me's? Or were they using their more rich, more famous men they were attached to fund their lifestyles? And when they broke up, their cash cows, of course, got cut off. You guys, we need to talk about this because it's an interesting theory that I propose, an interesting thesis, but I think that this actually is gaining more and more and more credibility. Let's talk about it. First of all, let's talk about the latest. Let's talk about Khloe. Khloe has good American, but I'm telling you guys with apparel, just because you see something does not mean it's making money. Do you know how many designers even get their designs in Target, which is mass? Any big designer would love to have a little, down market collab with Target. Why? Because it is great mainstream money. Mainstream money is amazing. People get their stuff in Bloomingdale's, Neiman's, Targets, whatever bracket you want, and they still go out of business the next year. Selling clothing it's just not for the faint of heart. Okay, fine. Khloe has good American. It appears to be doing well, but I'll tell you what, do you know anybody that has good American? I don't. Let me know in the comments. I know not one person that has bought good American. And I know plenty of people that are good, bad, indifferent about the Kardashians. My whole point is when something is very, very successful and when you are making that mass money market, you tend to at least know one person that's bought it or you see one person in it, okay? That's how we know Skims is at least doing okay because we see people, at least on the internet, buying it. I guess they're trying to get the Kardashian promotional money. So let's start with Khloe. Khloe got Tristan. Tristan walked all up and down, did the lambada. Does she like Tristan? Yes. Does she love Tristan? Yes. But also, Khloe acts like a woman that your whole financial solvency is wrapped around a man. It's not just that Tristan is laying in your bed. He needs to be putting down work in your bank account too. Now that Tristan's back and he seems to be financially helping out Khloe, things that seem to have calmed down between them. Again, I've always maintained that Tristan was one of the main people funding Khloe's lifestyle. You know what they say about a cheating man? They usually have a lot of money behind it. And that's one of the reasons she was holding on. Let's look at Kylie and Travis Scott. Kylie lives a very private life. And yeah, she made that money from Kylie Cosmetics, but a lot of that money was in stocks. We all know Kylie was busted by Forbes for lying about all her tax return, her income. And you have to realize when they say a company is evaluated, it doesn't mean that it's worth $1 billion. It means that if they stay on this course and projections keep getting met, in 2, 3, 4 years, it'll be worth $1 billion in stock options, but you don't own all that stock. Kylie lives a very, very lavish life. Now, I know all the Kardashians get a lot of designer clothes for free. They get a lot of designer products for free. They are especially Kylie, one of the original and big mega Instagram influencers. But have you noticed that now that Travis is gone, her lifestyle seems to have calmed down. There's not these private flights. There's not these private flights. Her lifestyle's calmed down, but more importantly, she just took out a $16 million loan on her $80 million California real estate empire. Not just one home. She had to take equity out of all the homes combined to take a $16 million home loan out. But for what? Again, 16 million, you took a quarter of it out of the total. Seems like you're over leveraging yourself. Seems like that you actually need that cash. Same thing with Chloe. You took out a $7 million loan off of a $20 million home that you still don't even own. So you took the equity out as soon as you need it. Again, it's moving like they need the money. Woo! They did, and none of them bought their properties outright. They have mortgages, which in itself, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Even the very rich have mortgages, but they're taking out lines of equity and let's be real, I know what people say, oh, that's smart. Because if you take out equity if you literally have stock, and that's what a lot of wealthy people do, you take a loan out on your stock. You never actually sell your stock or you cash it in. You take a loan out on your stock, okay? And you pull the value out of that. That way, if you guys don't know, how do I explain this with stock options? I'm trying to make it really simple. It's not that complicated, but let me just streamline it. When somebody says, we will give you a package of $1 million in stock and $500,000 in money, do you want it? Okay, you get that. That $1 million in stock, they don't let you sell that the next day, because if you did, you could topple the company. They have very specific rules on how often you can sell and to who you can sell. However, you can take out lines of credit on that stock. When you do, you don't owe any capital gains tax because you never sold the stock. But with that loan, you can live off of. And if something happens, you can actually take a loss on that loan and maybe get the loan forgiven. Okay, are we on the same course? Again, they owned enough or had all the assets they said they would take a loan off of the stock options that were given in the package for the sale of Kylie Cosmetics, in the package for Good American. And when they say you're worth $1 billion in stocks, options, and capital, that's what they mean. Okay. Let's talk about Kim. Kim is still on her Insta. She is selling whitening toothpaste on her Instagram feed. She just signed up to teach a bar class with Barbary. You know Kim ain't teaching nothing. Barbary, if you don't know, or I don't know if it's Barbary, but it's some bar thing. You just sit there and you read to the screen and it's all pre-taped. So they're going to have Kim Kardashian teach a lesson. Clearly, Kim is monetizing, which is smart. But again, when you are making that much money, is it worth your time? That's like you having a corporate job where you make $150 and you moonlight at Walmart for $5 an hour or $4 or $3, or you wait tables for $2.38. Yes, money's money. But when you're making $150, is it worth you showing up at Popeye's Chicken to make $7 an hour when you're making $150? Well, it might be if you're having money problems. Kanye is no longer funding Kim's lifestyle. He's no longer buying her exorbitant gifts. He's no longer just giving her the keys to the kingdom. If you know, Kanye was notoriously free with money, especially when it comes to Kim. Now that he has Bianca, she's tightened it up. Kim claims to have this private equity firm doing this, doing that. Have they acquired anything? Are they doing it, or was it just hype? You're taking your time teaching a course. Do you know how much time that took? The business CEO, busy CEO, okay? You're taking the time also to, and honestly, what law student is going to pay for Kim Kardashian? This is bar prep for people that actually went to law school. Law Twitter, let me know what law student is paying that much money to have Kim Kardashian, who didn't even go to law school, teaching them about bar prep. What the hell are you going to tell somebody that went to law school and learned a certain way about bar prep? We'll talk about that in a different video. But all jokes aside, you're selling purple whitening toothpaste. I don't care how much they paid Kim. They ain't pay her $1 million. And to a billionaire, $1 million is nothing. I'm being serious. You got North out there working, about to hulk off skincare, doing hoo-ha, hee-ha. Kris Jenner is over leveraged. You guys, and this is on top of the Hulu deal that I think they got like 10 million each. You guys, something is amok in the Kardashian village. But I will say this just to wrap up. This makes it all, if you believe this theory, it's all my opinion, by the way, but if you believe this theory, it makes sense that one, they hate Kourtney, because Travis Barker's money is real, baby. And he don't got to lie and say he's worth $1 billion on paper, because baby, that 100 million look real pretty on Kourtney's new curvy body. Kourtney got a man that loves her, protects her, provides, but also he has real money. And she's married, and she got access to that money, and he's putting her on, okay? 2, they're moving like they're broke. And when I say broke, I know that they are not going to be working at Walmart in it. But let's also not forget, they got $80 million mortgages, $20 million mortgages. Their brand is being dripped in luxury. They have private jets. You could be making paycheck to paycheck. But it also lets me know that when I look at them and say, y'all are pick-me's, y'all will do anything to keep a man, y'all act like y'all broke. It makes me believe that a lot of men they've been with, one of the things they stay with them is because they fund their lifestyle. And now that Travis has cut off Kylie, and now that Kanye has cut off Kim, and now that Khloe, I don't know, right? Now that Khloe is wherever, yeah, I don't know. They're moving like the rents do. This kingdom's crumbling, y'all. Something's wrong with those finances. There's other ways to get money. When you have stock options, when you have owner equity, and when you're supposed to be worth $1 billion. I'm just saying, do you see Jeff Bezos hawking whitening toothpaste? Again, Kim just could be that type of person that picks up every single penny off the playground. But something tells me when you do that, it's because there ain't no money in your purse. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Something's up. I'm going to follow this, and I'll give more insight on Kim's bar thing. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.